But what I did is oh, I'm Chris, by the way. I'm so sorry. I did like 3 truths and 1 lie, and I did 3 of them, so there's like 12, I guess there's 9 fun facts about me, and then 3 fun lies about me. But I'm going to read you the highlights. I'd love to show you the pictures. They're genuinely hilarious, but I can't. Okay, some highlights. If you don't know this about me, I don't like to wear 2 of the same sock. Doing them right now. I've got Hogwarts on one, and then that's Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy on the other one. Oh, okay. I forgot that changed my decision. I'm so sorry. I exclusively refer to coffee as bean juice, dirt juice. I hate the word coffee, so I don't like to use it. I have yet to break a bone. I prefer sunsets in Missouri to sunsets in Colorado. The mountains get in the way, and there's so many clouds. And last but not least, I am basically blind in both eyes, and I'm also colorblind. I was not given great eyes. It was my grandmother's fault. She's horrible. She carried the colorblind gene all the way down to me, and I received it. It's one thing I'm not grateful to receive from my grandma. But I'm going to talk to you guys today about why Jesus. Why should we care? Why should we invest in this man? And to start that off, I want to poll the crowd. Can I get everyone who went to SLS this winter break to raise their hand for me? Raise them high. Come on, be proud. Awesome. All right, raise your hand if you've been to a Focus conference. Oh my gosh, raise them high. Oh my gosh, guys, come on, seriously, let's go. Raise them high. Okay, awesome. If you know Sister Miriam, I'm going to quote her really quick. I need everybody to stand up. I need everybody to stand up. Come on, guys. I need everybody to stand up. And we can do this because we're Catholic. That's the quote from Sister Miriam, by the way. And I want to do an activity with you guys. Okay. On the count of 3, I want all of you to say a letter of the alphabet. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Amazing. All right, I want you to tell the person to your left, and the person to your right, and the person behind you, and the person in front of you what letter of the alphabet you said. All right, share with your neighbor, please. All right, thank you guys so much for sharing your letters with each other. I did not say letters, so I didn't know what influence the letter that you were going to say. Okay. And we have to practice raising our hands. And now, I'm going to go through the alphabet really quickly. And if I say the letter that you said, I want you to raise your hand. Okay, ready, set, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, we're losing people, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, no last one. Z. There we go. All right, sweet. Okay. You may be asking, Chris, why are we doing this? What's the point? The point is that we're going to talk about what the point is. Get it? Right? Maybe you guys can all sit down. Okay. It's like, there's no real point to that. So it's like, let's get on the topic of what's the point. All right. I'm a big fan of signposting. We're going to be an elementary education major. So I want to signpost for you guys today. What we're going to talk about. Talk about why Jesus. So first we're going to talk about who's Jesus. We're going to talk about who's the other person in this relationship? Well, it's you, right? It's me. It's all of us. So we're going to talk about who Jesus, who you, what you. We're going to talk about why you. Because why would you be in a relationship if you don't know why, right? And then we're going to talk about why Jesus. We're going to circle it up, tie up in a nice little bow, talk about why Jesus. Okay, first thing, who Jesus? All right, I gave a talk the other day at the confirmation class, and I started with the triune God. What a wonderful being. He's omnipotent. What does that mean? It means he's all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful. Okay, let's break that down. I can start with all-powerful because I love superheroes. I love superheroes. I got a poster of Marvel. I got a poster of DC. I got the whole fixins. I'm talking all the superheroes. The best superhero of all time that can kick all the other superheroes' butts is Flash. If you don't agree with me, we can talk about it later, but he's the best one for sure. Okay, so if you take all the superpowers of all the superheroes in both Marvel and DC and all the off-brand comics series, whatever they are, take them all, smash them into one person, and then multiply that by infinity, that's the power of God. That's a lot of powers, okay? I'm talking about invisibility, I'm talking about flight, I'm talking about super strength, I'm talking about all the powers. That's how much power God has. It's a little bit difficult to wrap our mind around, right? It's a lot of power. Because it's all-knowing. All right, I know a decent amount of stuff. I went to like a small town high school. I bet you guys know a decent amount of stuff. So let's take all of our knowledge, let's impact it. All right, we've got all the knowledge in this room. That's a ton of knowledge. Okay, let's take all the knowledge in Mizzou. That's a ton of people, that's a ton of knowledge. Let's bump it a little bigger. All the knowledge in the United States of America. What? That's a lot of information. The whole world, that's a lot of information. Let's take the entire human history. That's a lot of information. Let's take all the information that all of human history still can't comprehend. That's a lot of information. All right, now let's multiply that by infinity. It literally never ends. The information that God knows never ends. So he's got all the superpowers times infinity. He's got all the knowledge times infinity, but he also has all of the love. He's all loving. All right, I want you guys to close your eyes. I want you to open them. I want you to think about someone who loves well. I don't mean the English version of love, I mean the Greek version of love. You've got 4 types. You've got agape, someone who loves unconditionally. No matter what you do, that's really bright. No matter what you do, they will love you. They will be there for you. I want you to think about storge love. Storge love. They're affectionate. There's an intimacy there. There's that eros love there. It's passionate. Maybe it's not romantic, but it's passionate. Hopefully you're imagining someone in your mind right now, the way they've treated you, the way they've touched your heart in such a way that it's impacted the way that you love. Also, combine that with somebody who loves so philia that it almost hurts. They're such a good friend that it almost hurts. I want you to think of all of those loves smashed into one person. I want you to multiply it by infinity. Guys, that's a lot of love. That is a lot of love. Oh my goodness. If there is someone that could love that well, and I can know them, like, dude, you can bet I'd be like, ooh, man, I want to be in a relationship with them because they know how to love me so well. And the great news is that there was somebody. There was somebody. So not only God is all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful, times infinity, but he became flesh. He became a human being. He had hands. Yeah, he had hands. He had legs. He had quads. So whenever he was doing wall sits, like he could feel the burn, you know? And he also had eyes that he could cry out of whenever he got sad. He had cheeks that they wrinkled whenever he was smiling so much and laughing so hard with his friend that he just couldn't breathe anymore. There were stitches in his chest. He became flesh. There was a human being that existed that had all the power of God, that had all the love of God, that had all the knowledge of God and was God. That was Jesus. That's who Jesus was. I don't know if you guys have ever, this is kind of off track, but we're going to talk about there's no way somebody could exist like that. There's no way. There's no way. All the superpowers in the world, Chris, there's no way, man. There's no way. But C.S. Lewis puts it perfectly. That God or Jesus was either Lord, a liar, or a lunatic. Okay, that's wackadoodles. Well, think about what Jesus said. He became flesh, started his ministry, and then he proclaimed that he was the Son of the triune God. Whoa, dude, what? We've been talking about this God for a long time, and you're saying that you're his son. Okay, well, let's say for an instance that that's true. Okay, Jesus is the Son of God. That's great news. Okay, let's take the instance that he's not telling the truth. That means he's a liar. But that doesn't work because he said so many holy things. And everybody talks about how holy Jesus was. In the religion of Islam, they respect Jesus. They acknowledge that he existed and said, yes, he was a holy man. He preached good things, he just wasn't the Messiah. It's well, you can't say that he preached good things and then say that he lied to people. The two don't coexist. That doesn't make any sense. So he can't be a liar because he's told so many truths. So why would he lie about this? And you're like, okay, well, maybe he's a lunatic. Maybe he's a raving lunatic. He went around saying blasphemous things and just hoped that people would believe him. Well, that doesn't work either because, he lived and ate and laughed and slept with 12 dudes for 3 years. Do you think after a while they would have picked up on it? There was people following him around because he was saying such profound things. They would have picked up that this man was just a raving lunatic. All right, so he's not a lunatic, he's not a liar. Well, there's only one option left. He's Lord. He's the Son of God. Guys, that's who Jesus is. That's who God is. Absolutely incredible. Okay. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. Okay, we're humans. Unfortunately, we do not have superpowers. I hate to say it, I love superpowers. We don't have superpowers. But what we do have is we have the hands. We have the eyes that can cry. We have the cheeks that can smile. We have the stomach that can lean back, that can fill ourselves with food. We have all these things. But not only are we flesh, we are also spirit. We're soul. And what God promises is that our soul is eternal, either in heaven or in hell. C.S. Lewis, I love this guy, talks about this when he says that our soul is immortal. Right? Every single human being has an immortal soul. So you might go as far to say, it's like, well, every single human that you've ever interacted with is no mere mortal. There are no mere mortals that we interact with. At some point, their soul is going to transform into a being that is so beautiful and so glorious that we may be tempted to worship it. Or into a creature so ghoulish and so scary that it would only appear in the deepest, darkest places of our nightmares. That's a human being. That's each and every one of you. Like your soul is destined for one of those two outcomes. Mine is too. Those are the stakes that we're playing with. Those are high stakes. That's not a homework assignment on Canvas. That's not your future career. Man, that's like eternity. How long is eternity, you ask? Oh, well, I was thinking about this earlier. How to explain this? Okay, right now in college we're preparing for our careers, right? God willing that we have a career of 50 years. We live for 50 years. We work for 50 years. Then we retire. Maybe you retire for 10, 15 years. God willing. That would be fantastic. Live to a ripe old age of 150. Just kidding. 115. Who knows what technology will do? Okay, now take that 50-year career, that 15-year retirement, okay, 65 years, plus however old you are right now. Multiply that by 10. We're going to do this game again. I want you to multiply that by 1,000. Multiply that by 1,000,000. That's a lot of years. All right, multiply that by infinity. That's literally forever. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. So you can be a creature or a being that's so beautiful that people just are tempted to sit in awe because it's so glorious for all the time. Or you can have the reverse and be a creature of the nightmares. Those are the stakes we're playing with. Okay, but why you though? But why you? We've hit the who Jesus. We've hit the who you and the what you. Let's hit the why you. This is my favorite part of the talk, honestly, because I don't have to say much. I don't know. I've been trying to think of the logistical reason of like why God did what he did, like why he created human beings to have these two destinations. Why? It makes no sense. There's no textbook that's just going to explain this. There's no formula to explain why he did what he did. The only conclusion I can rationally come up with, or that I've explored in prayer, explored the theological formation, the only conclusion I can come up with is that God is incredible. And he loves us so much. He's so merciful. Oh my gosh, guys, he is incredible. He decided, sometimes I like to sit back and like think of like, oh God. And I go, okay, I'm before the Big Bang Theory. I'm like, before the Big Bang Theory, they say like, okay, before there was nothing, and then it exploded. All right, let's ignore the explosion and go to the nothing. All right, so we're God, we're sitting in the nothing. And we're sitting here with our son Jesus and the Holy Spirit, the love between us. We're saying, you know what would be great? Well, I have everything. I have everything that I could ever need. I'm completely fulfilled in this eternal exchange of love. This love is beautiful. This love is beautiful. But you know what? I want someone to share this with me. I want someone to share this with me. And so I'm going to create something and then give it everything that I have, just so it can share with me. For literally, that's their good. No, I'm not receiving anything from this. Like, God doesn't need anything from human's existence. He literally created us simply so that we could join him. What? I mean, like, there's something that at some point it's like, all right, God, you can have like everything in my pocket, man. I've got like my wallet, I got a rosary, I got my phone, like my car keys. Like, dude, it's yours. Like, dude, I don't need it. Like, I'll just give you everything. But like, why? I love you, man. Like, I love you so much. Like, oh God, why? Dude, I love you. I love you. This is his response every single time is, I love you. He created us from nothing for everything. He created us from nothing for everything. So why you? I mean, I don't know. But God knows, and he just says, I love you. That's why you. Because God loves you. And he figured, man, I want them in heaven with me. I want you specifically in heaven with me. God says that to each and every one of us. How amazing is that? We have the opportunity, like, okay, without God, nothing would be here. It's like, okay, I have nothingness, and I have everything. Okay, that's amazing. What? That's amazing. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. So we hit the why you. Well, God's incredible. He loves us so much. Okay. So why the Jesus thing? Like, why do it now? Why do it now? I'm actually going to quote Kirby. I have a class with her, and we were talking today. And like, I'm quoting her, quoting somebody else. And I forget who the quote's from, but it says, okay, we talk about eternity, that's a really long time. I mean, it doesn't ever end, so that's a long time. It's like all the time, actually. And whoever said what they said, why would you want to spend that much time with God if you don't spend any time with him here? If you don't want to spend 5 minutes with him here, like, you sure you want to be fully, completely beautiful and glorified? Because like all that is that's just like completely spending time with God forever. That's all it is. Just knowing the triune God. Jesus says that in John 17:3. For this is eternal life, that they know me, or they know the eternal God, and the one that he sent, Jesus Christ. So all eternal life is knowing God. All right, let's get to know him now. That's why Jesus. Let's get to know him now. Let's get a head start. I can't tell you how many times, well, I guess I've thought this and heard this. It's like, wow, I wish I would have converted after college. I had 4 years to live my life, party it up. I had 4 years to do all the super fun things before I started doing all the super boring things. Well, that's great, except for a story that my friend told me the other day. I don't know if you heard. It's King Solomon. He told me this story. He said, King Solomon had, I'm not going to get these numbers wrong, he had like 500 wives, like 300 concubines. He's making like $60 million a year. This is in ancient Israel. That's a lot of things. So King Solomon tried to fill that hole with the boring stuff. He tried. And if he can't do it with all of that, there's no way. I can sit here and explain to you the semester that I spent trying to live the frat life and how fulfilling it was. I mean, I remember telling my friend once, I was like, dude, I have 13 amazing days in a row. It wasn't a week later that I was in bed all day because I crashed so hard. Why convert 3 years from now when I can convert now? I can start living for Jesus now and get to know the guy that I'm going to spend the rest of time with. That's why. That's why, Jesus. Because you have a head start. You have a head start to get to know the man that you're going to be spending the rest of time with as a glorified human soul. And it's incredible because that's what you're made for. That's what you're made for. The human being is designed from nothing for everything, for God. I was telling the story whenever I was giving this pre-talk, and it was after work, like 2 weeks before we got back from school. So I had lived the winter break. I was completely relaxed. I was excited to see my friends. I just had a great conversation that morning with 2 guys who had recently decided that, I want to give my life to Jesus. And this was incredible because these were the guys in high school that were like living it up. And I thought, no way in heck these guys ever care about God. But here they were. We're getting breakfast in Ashland Moe, talking with our Bibles open about how wonderful the life of Christianity truly was. I spent my morning doing that, then I went to work serving popcorn. I smelled fantastic. I was sitting on my couch, and I thought, man, okay, I'm going to get the healthy element of my dinner out. So I made a half container of strawberries, washed them myself, cut them myself, ate the half jar, threw a frozen pizza in the oven. It was Jack's. I was fired up. I got hot sauce for Christmas, and my mom, she knows I love hot sauce. And I put ranch in one of those like sauce containers, and I put hot sauce in it. Some of y'all are shaking your heads, but it's incredible. The pizza was done. I sliced up and actually my dad sliced it up, so I was feeling even more, so, dude, I'm being catered to, this is incredible. I sit myself down on the couch, got a pizza to my left, got my hot sauce ranch combination to the right. I thought, wow, life cannot get better than this. This is it. I've had my healthy element. I can eat the unhealthy stuff now. I love frozen pizza. I love the ranch hot sauce combo. And then, lo and behold, life does get better, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 comes on. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but that, man, is hilarious. Like, every single quote, I was like, I've seen the movie before, and I was literally laughing out loud by myself, eating pizza with this, and I was like, what? I'm literally so happy right now. I'm literally so happy. And after that moment, I'm kind of ashamed to say not during that moment, but like after that moment, I thought, oh my gosh, like, God promises this and more in heaven. This times infinity in heaven. He promises the pizza. He promises the hot sauce. He promises the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in heaven. And, I mean, you'd think that we're all made for frozen pizza and hot sauce. You'd think, because it's that good. But what we're actually all made for is a complete gift of ourselves. And, like, we hesitate to say, yeah, that's true, Chris. Yeah, I've heard that so many times. But think about the last time that you just randomly have this thought, like, what if I did that? Like, I'm going to use the cliche examples. Like, what if I helped this person across the street right now? Like, what if I did that? It's like, all right, my sibling needs a phone charger. I got a phone charger. They irritate me all the time. It's like, what if I gave him the phone charger? Those what if moments, like, what if I did something good right now? And I don't know about you guys, but nothing feels better than actually doing the what ifs. Like, nothing feels better than you get that thought of doing something great, and then you actually do it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm like the best person that's ever existed. Oh my goodness, like, look at me. Look, we feel good. We feel so good doing good things. And it makes sense because whenever Jesus fulfilled the Old Testament and like refreshed the Ten Commandments, his one commandment was like to love one another. Your one job as a human being is to love one another and to love God. And so whenever we do that, we feel so good because we're doing exactly what we're designed for. It almost reminds me of, I have little cousins, and so they play those games whenever they, like, it's like, there's a triangle, there's a circle, there's a square, and then there's like a little box where they put the shapes in, and you just get this little 2-year-old that's like so confused like why the triangle won't go in the square. And it's like they just like put it down there, and then they look up at you, and they put it down, and they get really confused, and then like try it again. It's like, hey, like what if you did that? And then they start to get angry, like they're smashing it, and you just like walk over there very, very gently, and you're just like what if you tried that one? Like, no, that's ridiculous. No. And like they keep slamming it, and it's like that's what we're trying to do by not loving one another. Right? We're trying to live for something that's not what we're designed for. That's what not knowing God feels like. That's why we try it. It's like, oh, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Twist a little bit. Try it again. Get confused. Like, look for someone else. Like, no, that's right. Yeah. It's like, okay. And twist a little bit more. And then we start to frustrate. Like, try to slam it. And it's like, this has got to work. Well, it won't. It won't work. I tried to tell my cousin that, and it just didn't land. But it won't work because what you're made for is the triangle. You're made for loving one another. That's the shape that our life is going to fit into. Like, that's what our heart wants to do. So the question, that's actually a shout out to Angela Resch. Whenever she makes her documents, whatever, she puts just like a random color and a random animal. And so like she said green lizard one time, so I put it up there for her. But the question is like, why Jesus? Why Jesus? Well, the only answer I can think of is because it makes sense. Given who Jesus was, given what he could have been and what he is, given what we truly are, what we're truly made for, it just makes sense. It just makes sense to live for Jesus. And what I'd like to leave you all with today is a prayer. So if you guys wouldn't mind joining me, take a few deep breaths. Really soak in what's been said here today. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Jesus, thank you so much for loving. Thank you so much for loving me, for giving me everything, for everything. Thank you for loving all of the people in this room so much. Thank you for giving us everything simply because you love us, simply because you want us to be with you. Mary, we ask that we live like you, give our entire lives to Christ like you did. Please guide us in everything, in every thought, in every decision that we make. Please be there with us. Please hold our hand. Please hold us in your arms. Please hold us close to your heart. Pray for your intercession. Pray, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Saint Joseph, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you.